guys, welcome to the stream. So we've got the start of a new league today then. So this is a team-based league with the Hyundai Genesis and the Genesis X, the newer one. So one member of the team is in each car, and hopefully we can work out the team members by the liveries, because I'm not 100% who's teamed up with who. But obviously we've got Nicky and Kingy as in a team. Pinky and Pinky Ost is with Governor. Then we have Christian, who is with, looking at that, is with Steve. Wabbit is with Matt Jam. Bad Dog is with Rockzilla. And then Goofy, I believe, is with Ant, who's not joined yet. So hopefully we've got all the teams there. So Ant may have to miss qualifying. It says he's running a bit late. But there is 9 minutes still to go for before qualifying starts. Apologies if I still have a few coughing fits. Still can't shake this cough I've had, so So just a pre-warning for that. So little Nicky is in the Genesis X there, I believe. Yeah, and then King Gears is in the Hyundai Genesis. It's a very interesting livery those two guys have got on there. And a nice simple purplish to black fade sort of thing from Wabbit's team. That looks quite nice. Very simple. As we watch him go off there. Christian looking like a possible heat seeker Steve livery there, which he is in a team with Steve, so that makes sense. And then Bad Dog in a yellow and grey, or yellow to black. Yeah, yellow to black. People are currently practicing on different tyre compounds. Because in this series there's 3 20-minute sprint races. One on each compound of tyre, so one on hards, one on mediums, one on softs. But all just straight up sprint races. First race is qualifying, second race is race results, and then the third race is a reverse grid. And the tyre wear and fuel will be decided each week. Hey, King Gears. Yeah, no worries, mate. I said that. I just saw Ant's message that he might be running a bit late. So yeah, as I was just saying, the tyres and fuel will be decided each week. So obviously the drivers will get to know the week before so they can practice, but they don't know the tyre wear till the week before, so they can't practice the advanced weeks. And this week we are on ×3 for tyres and ×2 for fuel. So obviously 20-minute races, ×2 fuel is not going to be an issue for anybody. And ×3 tyres should be alright, especially in the first 2 races. May start to wear the tyres out in the final race come the end. Oh, Bad Dog's doing a lot of crashing at the moment, it seems. Let's get a closer look at this. Bad Dog and Zilla both got their trademarks there. Rockzilla's got his little Godzilla logo, and Bad Dog's got his Bad Dog logo. Team Zilla Dog. Bob Governor then Pinky and Pinky. Pinky and the Brain inspired livery and inspired team name there. Here's Christian and Steve's livery. A very trademark heat seeker livery there. Very nice as always. Hey Baz. And then the very simple livery from Wabbit's team there, but with the name on the window banner there by the looks of it. And then the incredible sheep livery for Sheep Kings, which I'm presuming is the name then for Nicky and Kingy's team. You know, you wouldn't guess that Nicky was Welsh from this livery, would you? very nice, that. And I think that's all the liveries. Oh no, we've not looked at Ant's team, but they're not out on track, so we'll have to wait to see that livery after. As Nicky goes for a nice spin for us. Clearly didn't want to be on the stream. She might be busy sorting stuff out, Baz. But obviously, and the race might, I don't know if you heard us before, Baz, whether you were joined in, the race might be just a little, qualifying might start a little bit late, because Ant's just running behind. So hopefully Ant won't be too long and we can get underway. Worst come to the worst, they might have to do qualifying and he'll just have to start at the back of the grid. Did you not fancy taking part in this league, Baz, in the Genesis? Everyone we watch just seems to crash at the moment. Nobody wants to be on stream. Hey, mate. Why is everybody crashing? Everybody's got in stage fright today. Every time we put someone on camera, they seem to crash. Hopefully we don't get that in the race. There we go, there goes Steve now. Just putting the curse on everybody. We'll stay off Bad Dog because he's crashed a couple of times with us on him. Ah, yeah, in case anything overruns, yeah. Don't blame you at all, Baz. You're an old man now, so you got to get your beauty sleep in. Now, I've got to remind you that you're an old man now, Baz. You always remind everybody else that's old as well, so... Who do we think's going to win today then, Baz, in the 3 races? Clean sweep for King Gears, Ost, Governor, Rockzilla. Nicky might even challenge him as well. And Wabbit will probably be right up there as well if he can have a good race. So I do think there's a few could be right up at the front in some of these. To be honest, Baz, I'm feeling it this week as well, trying to shift this cough that I've got left over from when I wasn't feeling too well. So hopefully we won't be waiting much longer now. Giving everyone a chance to get a bit more practice in. Assuming the... No, Kingy's still on softs and so is Rock. I would have thought at this point everyone would have been practicing on hards since that's the first race. But it looks like only Wabbit's practicing on hards. Yeah, definitely if you can break the slipstream, you're in with a good chance. But then if the people behind decide to work together, they can reel you back in. So it'll all depend how everybody decides to race in this, because it is teams as well. So teammates might work together. Have we decided whether whether one of the cars is better than the other, Ray, or are they pretty evenly matched? I think it'll be hard to tell for this season what team will win as well, because I think there's a couple of strong teams in this one by the looks of it. Yeah, Nicky's on Kingy as his team, Baz, hence the sheep livery. So Nicky is in the newer Genesis X, and Kingy is in the Hyundai Genesis. Then we have Ost and Governor in a team, I believe, with Ost. Is Ost in the Hyundai? Yeah, Ost is in the Hyundai and Governor in the Genesis X. Then we've got Rockzilla in the Genesis X with Bad Dog in the Hyundai Genesis. Wabbit is in the Genesis X with Mac Jam in the Hyundai. And then we have Steve in the Genesis X with Vines. And then Goof Titan in the Genesis X with Ant Smasher, who will be in the Hyundai then. Hey, Paul. See, there you go, Baz. Exactly what I expected. Still a little bit surprised that most people are practicing on softs, to be honest, when the first race is on hards. There we go, Kingy changing over to hards. Maybe he's heard me say that. But it won't be long till qualifying now. They're just waiting on Ant, so I don't know if they'll maybe start qualifying without him if he's not quite in, and then wait for him for the race. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, do they do qualifying on softs, Ray? Right. Well, that maybe makes more sense why people are practicing on the softs then. But Kingy has now gone out on the hards to practice on the hards. No, Baz, it's 3 sprint races, so race 1 will be hard tyres set by qualifying. Race 2 will be mediums set by finishing position, and then race 3 will be reverse grid on softs. So all sprint races. Similar to when I don't know if you took part in the BTCC, British Touring Car Championship, that we did on Sport. So it's the same sort of format as that series was. Hey, Anne. Hopefully not too long till you get on now. Nah, I think I said it enough times there, Baz. I'm never very good at things like letters and saying the letters in the right orders. I think I might be mildly dyslexic. So sorry for the delay, guys. Hopefully not long till they start now. I wonder which one of these, because I don't know which of these cars is actually beneficial in what area, whether one of them's got a better top speed or whether one of them's better at handling or braking. So it'll be interesting to see whether one of them comes out on top of being the slightly faster car, but it might be track dependent, or they might be pretty similar. They're close, you think, Ray? So did Kingy test both of them, did he? Presuming, I know he normally likes to have a good test before to know what's going on, so. So about 163 at the end of the main straight for the what's Governor in? The Genesis X. So it looks like Christian's the only one out on track in the Hyundai Genesis. So when he gets to the straight, we'll see what sort of speed he can clock at the end. Exactly, Blue Racer. We'll find out today which Genesis is the more Genesis of the Genesises. I'm actually quite surprised I managed to say that cleanly. But we'll just wait for Christian to go down the straight now, and we'll have an idea on the speed between them. It's about 163. I think it was that Governor hit before braking for the chicane, 62, 63. So we'll see what the Hyundai can hit on the straight. Yeah, so they're pretty much evenly matched in terms of straight line speed by the looks of it. Which, if they're pretty evenly matched in straight line speed, that normally means they might be pretty even elsewhere as well. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Blue. I'm surprised I managed to say it all without either messing up one of the words or stuttering through it. So hopefully we will be getting underway in a minute. He is back out now then. She's back onto practicing on the softs for qualifying. So for those that have joined that are unaware, it is 3 sprint races this. Race 1 set by qualifying, and then race 1 will be on the hard tyres. Race 2 will be gridded by the result of the previous race, and that'll be on the medium tyres, and then race 3 will be a reverse grid race on the soft tyres. So all 20-minute sprint races. So it should be interesting to see. We've got some good teams in this, so should be a close matchup. I think Kingy, with his reputation in leagues at the moment, will be the man to beat, but I'm sure his teammate Nicky will be looking to beat him, the same as Ost and Governor. maybe even Wabbit, Rockzilla as well. There's a few that'll definitely be wanting to challenge him. Yeah, I did before, Ray. They're very good, aren't they? Who made them? I said you can tell that that Nicky's Welsh from this livery, can't you? And then there's Kingies. We had a quick look through all the liveries before. So this is Steve and Christian. Hey, Chris. And then Rockzilla's and Bad Dogs is a nice livery as well. Zilla Dog. As Rock's going to show it off for us. Nice blue, so you're feeling all good now for your racing, your leg feeling much better. And then nice simple livery from Matt Jam and Wabbit. And rail like the back of Wabbit's livery. Naomi on the back there. Oh, and then here the Ants and Goofy Titan are the two we didn't manage to look at their livery before. So again, very nice. This looks like a Steve livery as well. Oh yeah, I should be doing the YouTube stuff. I feel like Andy not asking that, Paul. Yeah, if you like watching the race, then hit that like button, as Paul says. Yeah, and then our Austin Governor's Pinky and the Brain livery as well. Yeah, you have quite a unique livery that you tend to use, don't you, Blue Racer? Sometimes that's a good thing. Everybody knows who it is just from seeing the car. Then. As everybody's now getting a bit bored waiting for Ant. Hopefully it won't be much longer. Did Steve do Rock and Bad Dogs? Who did Kingies and Nickies? Was it Nicky that did it? Was it Ray? Oh, Ears did it. Thought Ears would be too busy driving to have time to make a livery. Well, looking at them, Ray, I didn't expect them to be done that quick. There you go, you can see Kingies from Nicky's car. I like all the liveries in this, to be honest. I mean, the Os team, Pinky and the Brain one, is quite simple but works very well. And then even like Wabbits is very simple, but I like the colour matches between them. Any news on when we'll get underway, Ray? Yeah, it's the other problem because it's two different cars. It's not like a case of just changing colours or something, or just changing the number. We've obviously got to redo the whole car again, which for Steve and JP is probably nothing really, but when you don't do them all the time, it's just as hard as making one from scratch. Yeah, that's what I mean with the different cars. You've then got to like make the images and stuff fit that car but still look the same. Now we've just got madness at Monza turn 1, which will hopefully we won't have madness Monza turn 1 during any of the actual races. Jesus, we've got jumping cars now there. I think everybody has just lost the plot now. It's a nice little camera angle for seeing all of this. At least everyone's getting a bit of that raw energy out so they can hopefully race clean. Maybe we needed a donuts competition. Who can do the best donut? Oh no, we lost the camera angle. There we go, we got it back. Hey Tim. Just in time for the start, as we've unfortunately had a slight delay. As you can see, everybody's ready to go now, getting a bit of that energy out. Yeah, I'm fine, mate. It's just I can't shift this cough. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. I feel perfectly fine now. As Christian's decided now he's going to go do a lap, or the people just doing donuts elsewhere. Yeah, looks like maybe some people have had a change of mind as to where they want to do their donuts. And actually, maybe a few people have given up on their donuts now. Even got bored of the donuts. Yeah, it is, Ray. As I said, I feel perfectly fine now. I just can't shift it. It just comes on. I feel like I've been smoking 40 a day for about 50 years. As Os goes into the pits backwards. Hang on. Has Os just managed to actually enter the pits from the wrong end of the pit lane? I don't think I've ever seen anyone manage to do that on the game before. So here we go now then. Who've we got at the front of the pack? I'm presuming it'll be King Gears. Yep. So let's go on board. King Gears can show us how to do a lap of Monza. He can give everybody the slipstream behind. There's Ant now just managed to join, so he'll obviously have to start at the back after qualifying's over. How close is everybody behind? Pretty close, so probably close enough to get slipstream off each other. Hey guys. Morning. It's not morning where I am, mate. Here we go, around the final corner then. So Kingy is going to demonstrate a lap of Monza for us. Which most of it will be flat out, heavy brake, flat out, heavy brake, flat out, heavy brake, and that's about it for Monza. Let's see how we can get through the first chicane. Braking before that 100-meter board. Cutting a lot of the curb, getting it turned to the left. Back on the powered as soon as he can. Didn't look the fastest turn one, but sometimes that first chicane doesn't always look fast and is. Looks like he had 2 bites at turning in there, so he turned in a little bit too early and had to correct. So this actually doesn't look the smoothest lap from King Gears, but let's see by the end what the time's like. Knowing him, it'll still be a very fast time. Or maybe he's feeling the pressure. Didn't use all the track there. Maybe the commentary's getting to him. He's feeling the pressure of being live on stream. All eyes on him, expecting him to get pole position. He puts a lot coming into Ascardi and through Ascardi. Again, not a slow lap this, but it doesn't look like the cleanest lap. I definitely think King Gears can go quicker than what he's shown in this one. So we'll see whether it keeps him on pole or whether the guys behind manage to beat him. Very nice round the final corner there though. Let's see what the time is. 47.4. So what's Vine's going to do behind him? No. Ost just behind. About Rockzilla? No. Wabbit? No. Matt Jam next. No, up to 3rd though. Bad Dog up to 5th. Goofy Titan next. So I said it wasn't the cleanest looking lap from King Gears, but he still had the pace there by the looks of it. About Little Nicky, his teammate. What can Little Nicky do with his lap? Oh, just behind King Gears, so King Gears does stay just ahead of his teammate there. So just Governor, oh no, Governor was on an out lap. So Governor's yet to do a lap. So King Gears has come back into the pits. But Nicky is staying out, so let's stay with Nicky because he's currently 2nd. Let's see whether he can get that extra half a tenth to get ahead of his teammate now. He is currently purple. So he's only a 5-minute qualifier. Oh no, he's bottled it on stream while purple. So that'll be why King Gears has gone into the pit. So the top 2 are in the pit. So this is all on for, oh, Matt Jam's into the pits. I was going to say Ost, Matt Jam, Rockzilla. But Matt Jam's into the pits as well. So it's all on for Ost here. So let's see what Ost can do. Can Ost jump above these guys? As Christian improves his lap, but not by enough. That up to 4th though. What about Rockzilla? No, it's been a poor final lap from Rockzilla there. So what about Governor's the only one yet to set a time? And he is currently purple. So just coming through Ascardi now. He might get a little bit of help in a slipstream from Steve, but he won't want to get slowed down. Looks like he's far enough away that it won't affect him, but he might gain a little bit from it. So I'm presuming we're going to see Governor go on to pole here with no mistake. Yeah, good final corner from Governor there. No, he goes to 2nd, just behind King Gears. So King Gears does hold that pole. So Nicky and Governor being purple, but not managing to hold it through to the end of the lap. So that puts us King Gears on pole, Governor 2nd, Little Nicky 3rd, Ost 4th, Wabbit 5th, Vine 6th, Matt 7th, Rock 8th, Bad Dog 9th, Steve 10th, and Goofy Titan 11th, and then Antleby 12th. Yeah, very, very close between that top 4. And as I said, Governor was probably on for a quicker time. Kingy probably could have gone quicker. Nicky was obviously on for a quicker time and made a mistake. So, could be anybody's race between those top 4. And then even Wabbit and Vines were not too far behind either. Rock will probably be hoping to move up the order as well, I imagine. So everybody will just be changing onto the hard tyres now then. Hard. Yep, looks like everybody is on the hard tyres. So everybody is ready to go by the looks of it. Yeah, I think this is going to be very close, right? Kingy's got the upper hand at the moment, but Monza, you don't always want to be at the front, so hopefully everybody, especially on the hard tyres, because this will be the most difficult race to keep it clean, but hopefully everybody keeps it clean through turn 1, through the first chicane off the start. So here we go then, getting underway for the first race now. Looks like Paul's getting some bad news about Team Tourers on Sunday. So let's see if they've apparently fixed the camera issue with the thing, but let's see if they've fixed the camera issue where the cinematic camera disappears off the start when you have to exit to get it back. Oh, they have. Look at that. Brilliant. So we get to see the start properly now then. So let's move back through the order a little bit. So we're seen in the middle of the pack as everyone's bunched up coming into turn 1. So hopefully everybody manages to keep it nice and clean. As Kingy has lost the lead, but Nicky then goes deep. Little bit of contact between Governor and Kingy is there, but they keep it going. But terrible start for Nicky. He got caught out on the braking, and at least he did the right thing and he took evasive action not to take anybody out. But very good start from Wabbit there as well. So Governor gets a good start to get the jump on King Ears. Wabbit gets a good start as well and might be looking for a move on Ost here. No, Ost manages to keep hold of that third place at the moment. And Matt Jam will be working together with Wabbit now to help make a way through. So then further back now we've got Bad Dog up into 6th. Vines having dropped down to 7th there. And Rockzilla in 8th. Goofy Titan up into 9th and Ant up into 10th, but Nicky way off after that poor start, so hopefully he can catch up after this one. He showed he had the pace in qualifying, so hopefully he can move back up the order. 20 minutes, Baz, 3 20-minute races. So King is right up behind Governor using that slipstream. Ost has dropped off those two though. Will Wabbit and Matt work with Ost to catch the front two? Or will they work as a team to take 3rd place off Ost? Be interesting to see. So let's see if Kingy's going to be close enough for a move into turn 1. About 4.5 tenths behind. So he's got the slipstream all the way down. No, it doesn't look like it's quite going to be enough to get alongside. He's going to have to sit behind for now, and Wabbit sits behind Ost for now. So maybe Wabbit was working with Ost there to try and help Ost, as Ost takes a bunny hop there. So maybe we've got the bunny hop glitch back, which is definitely a more amusing glitch to watch than staring at a tree like we had on Sunday. So Bad Dog looking for a move on Vines now then. No, he has to back out of that one. Well defended by Vines, but gets a bit sideways as Oster's made a mistake and dropped right back. But no, Wabbit's waiting up. So Wabbit's waited up there. There must have been contact between Wabbit and Ost. But Wabbit has waited up for him and let him back by. So unfortunate there. So that'll leave... Oh, and King Ears, something's happened with King Ears as well. He's dropped back into 3rd place. So Governor got a nice lead already now of 4 seconds. So we're only on the 2nd lap and Governor's already pulling away with this one. Matt Jam in 2nd place with a nice gap, but maybe getting a penalty running that far wide there. Yeah, the race saying the hards are not good, so it looks like a few are struggling on the hards. Nicky obviously struggled off the start. Kingy's made an error. Wabbit's clearly had contact with Oss, so they've dropped down. So the hards are mixing it up a bit here. As Rockzilla now quietly moving his way forward up into 4th place and now challenging Kingy for that podium. So let's see what he does now. Will he push him along? Will he go for the move? Looks like he's working with him. Looks like he's giving that pump draft. So it looks like Rock's happy to work together with King Gears for now. Happy to use his pace. But they're pulling everybody along. So Vines, Ost, Bad Dog all getting pulled along in this train. So this is a big train from 3rd place. So it could be anybody's race for 3rd place. This is good news for Governor and Matt Jam. If these guys behind can all battle for this 3rd place, then Matt Jam might be able to pull away and hold that 2nd place. As Kingy goes deep there, so Kingy's struggling on the brakes again. So will Rockzilla go by now? No, he doesn't. I would have thought Rockzilla would have gone for it there with Kingy making the mistake and took that 3rd place and been the lead of this train. And Kingy got very lucky not to get a penalty. He must have lifted off enough to not gain a penalty cutting that chicane. But Rock definitely trying to use, knows that Kingy does have pace, so he's trying to use him to pull away from these guys behind here, but it's not working at the moment as Kingy makes another big mistake. So Kingy really not doing great on these hard tyres at the moment. So Rock is now going to be the front of this train, but what's Vines going to do? Vines is going to go for the move, so Vines wants that 3rd place. He's happy to race for 3rd place and not work as a team to close down 2nd, which is also good driving. If you don't think you're quick enough to catch up to 2nd, then get your battle on for 3rd, but Rock obviously thinks he's quick enough to catch up to 2nd, which is why he would have wanted to work with Kingy. Yeah, I wonder if that was his problem. He was creating so much slipstream behind him with them big ears sticking out. But Rock does hold that 3rd place, so he'll now try and see if he can catch up to Matt Jam at all, as Governor's still pulling away at the front. So Governor nice and comfortable at the moment. Just move back through the order now though. So Ost, Vines and Bad Dog still in that train. Wabbit and Kingy maybe trying to work together now to catch those guys back up. With Ant Smasher not too far behind them in a little bit of no man's land though. Then we've got Goofy Titan with Nicky all over the back of him now. So Nicky will be wanting to come through here, and then unfortunately Steve must have been struggling on these hards as well because he's dropped off at the back. So I'm presuming he's also made a mistake. So Governor nice and easy at the front. Matt Jam keeping it nice and clean at the moment. So all he needs to do, keep a nice decent pace and keep it clean. He's got the gap to these guys behind. He'll be hoping that they battle away. But Rock is looking to pull away from him now, getting very close to breaking slipstream. But coming down the main straight now, that gap's probably going to come down. But no, Vines does run very wide on the exit of the final corner, so that might be enough for Rockzilla to maybe run away, as Rockzilla does set the fastest lap of the race. No, Vines does manage to stay in slipstream and gets away without a penalty as well. So what's Os going to do now? Is he going to sit behind him? It looks like he is. No, he's... Oh, looks like he maybe showed a nose last minute, but he is going to just stick behind him for now. And Bad Dog looks happy sitting there as well. But Rockzilla looking to bring that gap to Matt Jam down, no. So Matt Jam will need to keep lapping at a fairly decent pace because Rockzilla is chasing him down. So Governor now, yep, nice and easy, just strolling it at the front by the looks of it, taking it nice and easy. And again, Matt Jam just taking it nice and easy for now, hoping that the guys behind keep their battle on. Hey, Hansa. Oh, so we've got to move. Is Bad Dog looking for the move on Ost? Ost must have made a mistake coming out of Lesmo 2 there by the looks of it. Will Ost concede this position? It looks like he's maybe going to try and keep it in there. No, he does concede the position to Bad Dog there. So Wabbit and Kingy working together by the looks of it and closing this gap down. As we see someone off the front. Who's that? It's Rockzilla who had all the pace, but he's now gone. Got damage as well. And he's going to struggle to turn that round there. So everybody's struggling here. So that's Kingy back up into 6. And Austin Bad Dog. Oh, as Vines maybe made a mistake. Sorry, Matt Jam maybe made a mistake as well. As Vines has got past up into 2nd place now. Yeah, it must have been a big mistake for Matt Jam there. Lost a lot of time on that lap. So now the battle's on for 2nd place. This is good news for Governor. Governor has Governor's setting fastest lap of the race again anyway. But he's got nothing to worry about at all. Behind now. Got 9-second lead with the guys behind battling. As no, Matt Jam's made a mistake again. He's dropped back to 5th now. It's all going wrong for Matt Jam now. As Kingy's going to come past it into 5th by the looks of it. So is Matt Jam going to fight it back? No, he's not. So we've got Vines up into 2nd with Bad Dog in 3rd now and Os right behind him 4th. And Kingy has caught back up to this podium battle now. So Os gets back by Bad Dog now then. So Os taking that lead. So these guys won't want to fight too much because there is enough time to catch Vines here. But if they battle too much, then Vines will be able to run away with this one. It definitely is, Baz. There's a lot of people making mistakes. So these guys they're not thinking of 2nd now. They're thinking of 3rd place. They want this podium. So this is good news for Vines now, and it's good news for Kingy as well. As Bad Dog goes off trying to keep it too wide there. I don't think there was anything wrong from Os there. As Kingy cuts the corner and gets a penalty. So I think nearly everybody's had a death moment in this race. And Kingy's back up into the podium spots. But he will have a penalty to serve. And Ost is right up behind him now then. So Ost will probably just sit behind him and waiting for him to serve that penalty. Sorry if I'm missing things in chat here. It's so much action going on in this race at the moment. So I'm presuming Ost is just going to sit behind Kingy here and wait till he serves his penalty. Then we've got Wabbit and Matt Jam, so they'll be working together because they're teammates. So they'll be working together now to get back up into that podium fight. Little Nicky not a million miles away from that podium fight now after his bad start. So he'll be looking to pull back onto that group. But he might be short of time for doing that. And Ant will be looking to try and stick with him best he can. Then we've got Rockzilla and Bad Dog, the 2 teammates that were doing so well, right down in 10th and 11th now as things have gone all wrong, unfortunately. And Steve's struggling a bit at the back, unfortunately. So Governor's still got a 9, so he's not pulling any more gap out, but he doesn't need to. He just needs to keep it there. He's got no pressure at all from behind. Vines now also no pressure from behind, so if he just keeps it clean, he should be on for a nice 2nd place here. Kingy's still got that penalty to serve, but Ost has dropped off, so let's see if Ost will manage to get by when Kingy serves that penalty. but he might be too far behind now. So let's see, Kingy has served that penalty now. So us closing, will he go for it? No, it doesn't look like he's going to be close enough. But he is going to be right in slipstream for the possible move into turn 1 to get that podium position back. So Wabbit and Matt Jam dropped off a little bit now as well, so they'll be wanting to catch back up. I thought I saw the penalty up ahead then, but it must have just been the German flag. Must have been the yellow on the flag that I noticed. So Ost not going to be close enough for a move now into turn 1. So Kingy will look to chase after Vines now, but there might not be enough time left. As long as Vines can keep it clean, he should be alright. And Ost is obviously going to harry King Ears and try and force him into a mistake again, as we've seen him already make one big mistake and a couple of little mistakes before that as well. As Matt Jam picks up a 1 second penalty, so he's going to drop off his teammate. So that might be enough for Nicky to start to close up, maybe get back into that top 6 now then. And trying to stick with Nicky best he can, but Nicky is pulling away. But he has got a nice gap behind him to 8th, where we've got Rockzilla now in 9th. So Bad Dog now all over Goofy Titan as well, trying to get that position back. But it's all gone wrong for the Zilla Dog team, both in very good positions earlier on in this race, and both now bringing up the rear. Kingy is slowly closing that gap on Vines, but not by enough really. So there's only 5.5 minutes left to go in this race, so not long. Only a few more laps. And Ost is sticking with King Ears now. Wabbit just dropping away from these two, but comfortable in 5th place at the moment. But his teammate Matt Jam is starting to come under pressure from Nicky behind, so Nicky might get himself back up into this top 6 now, as Matt Jam runs a little bit deep on the entry there. So I think Nicky's going to be putting all sorts of pressure on Matt Jam in a couple of laps' time, possibly by the end of this lap. So Ost all over the back of King Ears now. This is our main fight going on for the podium position, as it looks like 1st and 2nd will be settled without any major mistakes. Vines there keeping his laps very, very consistent here, which is what he needs to do. Oh, as we see, was that Wabbit behind cutting the corner, so Wabbit's going to lose more time to this podium fight, so that might play into Nicky's hands, as it looks like Nicky's all over the back of Matt Jam now. He is, so Nicky will be looking for the move on Matt Jam soon. So what about Ost on Ears? Ost is very close to Ears now. Will he be able to go for something into Ascardi, or will he sit behind him and look for the main straight? No, he's going to sit behind him, not quite close enough to look for something into Ascardi. But Kingy has made a big mistake into Ascardi earlier on in this race. As Ost runs a little bit wide, but just about holds it together. Might get a penalty though. And he has lost the slipstream to King Ears now. So Ost struggled through there. So let's see, is Nicky close enough for a move on Matt Jam? No, he has dropped off a little bit. So clearly on the hard tyres, very hard to follow through Ascardi on the hard tyres, because that's where most people have been having their issues. It is very entertaining this, Tim. So Nicky pulling all the way over to the inside of the track there, kicking up some dust. But he's only just in the slipstream of Matt Jam, so he's not quite making the progress he maybe wanted. As we hear some tyre squeal there, so I don't know if something happened up ahead. Maybe Ost dropping off, yeah. Ost really dropped off there, so Wabbit all over the back of Ost. So King Ears has got clean air to chase after Vines now, but it might be too little too late, as it's a 4-second gap he's got to close down, and there's less than 3 minutes left to go in this one. So Ost had a bit of a big slide by the sounds of it then. So now he's got a battle on his hands with Wabbit. So if these two battle, that might bring Matt Jam and Nicky in. No, Matt Jam runs wide and Nicky gets an easy overtake there. So will Nicky be able to get onto this battle for fourth now if these two really battle away, which it looks like they're going to do? That might allow Nicky to catch up, but it is a big gap to close with not much time left. But Matt Jam really dropped off from that mistake now. But Ant is probably too far behind without another error. Rockzilla got a penalty here as he's chasing after Ant, so maybe will not quite have enough time to catch up to Ant to get another position back. And his teammate Bad Dog up into 10th now as Steve has come into the pits to retire. And Goofy Titan down in 11th now. So we just saw a yellow flag somewhere. Who's that? It's Rockzilla. Rockzilla has gone again. Where's that? That is through Ascari again. So everyone's struggling on the hard tyres through Ascari. So Rockzilla back down to 11th. It's all gone wrong for Rockzilla in this race after a poor qualifying, but then a very good start to get right up to the front. And now he's right back down the back of the field. And his teammate Bad Dog had similar issues. So Nicky now looking to chase after Ost and Wabbit, as Wabbit has got by Ost. And as Kingias, no, Kingias isn't closing that gap very much at all. Maybe half a second a lap to Vines, and this is going to be the final lap most likely. So I can't see Kingias getting up another position back into second. But he'll be glad he got that podium back after the mistake early on. So the real battle now is going to be between Wabbit and Ost. Nicky's probably going to be too far back to get involved in this battle. It looks like Ost just struggles out of Lesmo 2. He gets very close out of Lesmo 1, but then struggles out of Lesmo 2. Yeah, see you later, Paul. Enjoy your practice, mate. So let's see, can Ost get a good run out of Ascari? He does. He does get a good run out of Ascari. So will there be a move on at the end? So let's just see. Governor crosses the line in first. Then Vines is going to come home second with Kingy third. But this is what we want to watch. Will Ost be able to get something done on the run to the line? Wabbit makes a big mistake there. Ost gets on his inside. Ost has got the position. Huge mistake right at the end there from Wabbit on the final corner, giving Ost that fourth place back. Wabbit fifth. Nicky recovered him well to sixth. Matt Jam suffering a few issues, but going to bring home seventh. Ant keeping it nice and clean and just slowly working his way through for the very good 8th place there. Bit of a race to forget for Bad Dog after getting up near the front and making a big error, dropping him down in 9th. Good result from Goofy Titan, first time seeing him race, a good race from him to bring it home in 10th. And then Rockzilla, one to forget for him, but does get the fastest lap at the end of the race, so at least he takes something out of that race. And then Steve bringing home the race, struggling on them hard tyres. Hopefully he'll have a better time of it on the mediums and on the softs in the next races. But hopefully we see more of a challenge for first because of all the mistakes. Governor got it very, very easy in first place there. A bit too easy, so hopefully we'll see him challenged in the next one. Vines had a very, very good consistent race and a very well-deserved second place from that. Kingy is doing well to recover to third. Ost and Wabbit giving us a great little battle at the end, but probably both disappointed, thinking they could have maybe been higher. Neither of them made huge mistakes, but both made a few little mistakes that did lose him a lot of time. Nicky did well to recover after his poor start, struggling into turn 1 and ending up right at the back of the field. So great racing there. Hopefully we get some more good racing once we get onto the medium tyres. So this next race, for those that don't know, another 20-minute sprint race. Medium tyres this time though. And this grid will be set by that previous race order. So obviously we'll have Governor taking it off in the lead. So Rock's got all the work to do again, like he did in the first race. So he's going to have to come through from the back like he did in the first race. So yeah, there was lots of action in that. So if I missed anything in the chat, I do apologise. Yeah, Blue Racer said about Parabolica going over the curb, loss of momentum, which we saw a few people go deep there and run a bit wide. But the biggest issues seem to be through a Scari, I'm presuming due to the tyres. Hopefully with the softer tyres, people will be a bit more comfortable going through a Scari. And we'll see less accidents in this one. Yeah, so Kingy just making sure everybody's on mediums. So let's have a quick check through, make sure everyone's changed. Yeah, everybody that's ticked in so far is on the mediums. Just one person still to tick in. So Steve hasn't ticked in. Maybe not noticed that he hasn't. It's easy to miss sometimes. Oh, no, Steve's left the room, so maybe that's Steve done for the night. We're struggling in that first race. So hopefully we get underway soon then. Hopefully Steve lets us know that whether he just left or whether there was a disconnection issue. So if we don't get a message from Steve soon to let us know if there's any issues, then Kingy will have to get this race underway, because we've already had a delay at the start today. So yeah, there we go. Kingy's had to start the race now then. So Governor got a very good start last time and got the jump on Kingy as into turn one. Can Vines or Kingy as do that back to Governor this time round? Let's see. As everybody gets away, nobody jumps to start. So let's see now then, can Governor hold the lead through the first chicane? No, Vines goes for it, but goes deep. But well avoided from Governor there. Governor saw it coming. So well avoided from Governor there. So Vines just taking it a little bit hot into the corner there. But luckily everybody survived. And everybody behind survived as well. As Kingy is, he's just going to use that slipstream and then run to the inside for the next chicane by the looks of it. No, he's going to settle back in behind. So he's happy to sit behind Vines for now. As Vines gets a bit sideways. But Vines is still in the slipstream of Governor. It looks like everybody's still in the train at the moment. Goofy Titan is the only one that's dropped off here a little bit. Everybody else seems to still be in the slipstream train. Wabbit just dropping away from it, so the top three just pulling away at the start now. Will Kingy go for it into Ascari? No, he's still sitting behind for now. As Governor's very close to breaking that slipstream now. But a good exit out the Ascari by Vines by the looks of it. So that's going to get them back in slipstream range. So Vines needs a good final corner to keep the slipstream on Governor. Ooh, very close on the edge of slipstream. He has just about still got the slipstream now. Looks like Governor takes a much more aggressive line into the final corner there, but Vine's got a much better exit by the looks of it. And Kingy's still sticking with them right behind. So biding his time to see what happens as Wabbit's just dropping away from these front three, but not by too much. So if he can put in a good lap or have someone work with him, he can get back into it. As we had a little bit of a drop out of sound there by the looks of it. So Josh wants me to stop cursing him, which is not really my fault. He said, I'm only just popping on to see what's going on between drivers. Said he can't blame me for the errors he's making. Because most of them haven't been while we've been on him. We've seen him in the background and then flick to him. So let's see how he's getting on now. So he's right behind his teammate, but not making his way up the order. He probably wants to move through a bit quicker than this, but we'll get off him because we don't want to jinx him and get the blame. Yeah, no worries, Baz. See you later, mate. Thanks for tuning in. So what about Nicky now? Nicky's still in 6th, so we're pretty much all the same order, except Kingy has now got past Vines, but maybe there's been issues as Governor has pulled right away, and this group's all really close together now, so maybe Kingy is forced to move, or maybe there's been a mistake which has allowed everybody to close back up. As Wabbit's looking for a move there, but can't quite make it stick. But might get the run down into turn 1 now. So Vine's coming under a lot of pressure now then. Obviously laps already faster than they were in the first race, but that's because we are on the medium tyres instead of the hards now. Yeah, I just saw that race. Steve has popped back in, so hopefully he can join him for the final race. Nope, there he goes again. So maybe it was a connection issue, but unfortunately with the delay we've had, it's obviously a bit awkward to wait. So Vine's sticking with King Gears now then. Let's see what Vines decides to do here, whether he lets King Gears have that second and works with him. But no, a mistake maybe, no. He holds it. Very good there from Vines to hold that. I thought he was gone then. As Austin and Nicky go side by side. So Nicky is going to get through there on Ost. I think these are the two teams to watch out for throughout the season though. Nicky and King Gears versus Governor and Ost. It's going to be good battling, very evenly matched drivers there. So is King Gears closing the gap to Governor? He might be here a little bit. 2.2 seconds the gap now, so we will keep an eye on that. But they're coming up to the line now, so we'll see what the lap time difference is between them. So Governor now then just coming to cross the line. 48.2, so maybe a slow lap from Governor there. As Kingy is time 47.7. So yeah, Kingy is gained by about half a second on that lap, but maybe that was down to a poor lap from Governor. But Vines is now sticking with Kingy, is being dragged along, and they are pulling away from Wabbit again now. So Wabbit's going to have Nicky to deal with, and Oss not too far behind, and then his teammate Matt Jam is not far behind either. So we've got a nice little train for 4th place again, like we did in the last race. And Rockzilla up into 8th now, looking to catch up to Matt Jam and get in this fight. But we won't stay on board with him too long because we don't want to put any sort of jinx on him. But Bad Dogs clearly had an issue. Bad Dogs ended up at the back. So Bad Dogs made mistakes again in this one. Lost about 10 seconds in that last lap by the looks of it. As Governor makes a little bit of a mistake there as we jump back on board with him. Saw the car have a bit of a wiggle out of Lesmo too. So that's allowed Kingy and Vines to close up even more now then. And Kingy is purple, but not by much. So if Kingy can keep this pace up, then he's definitely on for closing up and getting back in the slipstream of Governor. But he is pulling Vines along with him, which will make Christian very happy there. Little Nicky now got up into 4th place, so he has got past Wabbit as well as Os, but maybe Wabbit was serving a penalty as Os gets by as well there. So can Os stick to Nicky now then and get dragged along up back to this podium battle? Because that'll be Nicky's aim now, is to get back into this podium battle. Yeah, another poorish lap from Governor, so Governor may be struggling a little bit, so that's allowing King Ears and Vines to catch up. And Vines is putting King Ears under pressure, but not forcing a move to make him have to defend. So good driving from these two. Looks like they're working together a little bit. Yeah, sorry Steve, we were unsure what it was. We were hoping that you'd put a message in, but because we had the delay earlier, we couldn't wait too long. But if you jump back in and take part in the final race, if you can, mate. So, must have been either an error from King Ears or Vines decided he had the run and went for it, because they've dropped well off Governor again now, lost about a second to him after nearly getting back in slipstream, and they have swapped positions. So I wonder if there was maybe a little mistake there. Maybe Ray can fill us in on that one and let us know whether Vines just saw the opportunity or what. But that's allowed Nicky to start to close up now, and he is pulling Ost along with him, and Wabbit's being pulled along as well. But we're still seeing cars struggle even on the mediums when following through Ascari. It seems to be these cars struggle to follow through Ascari by the looks of it. Oh, as Governor runs really wide there. So maybe a chance now for Vines and King Ears to close up. But no, King Ears is going to go for the move again. So these two have started to battle a little bit now, as King Ears moves back up into 2nd place. But he is going to be under braking into turn 1. No, Vines brakes early and concedes that position by the looks of it. Oh, as both of them I'm going to say Kingy gets a big slide on exit, but so does Vines behind him. So that's going to allow Little Nicky now to close right up. And he's bringing Ost and Wabbit along with him for the ride. And Matt Jam's not too far behind. And Rockzilla is closing the gap to these guys now as well. So we could be on for a big battle for the final podium spots again, like we did in the first race. Yeah, you just need to try and stay calm when you're driving, Steve, and sometimes if you get yourself frustrated, all you'll do is just drive worse and worse. So if you just try and keep yourself calm, it'll obviously help out in the long run. Yeah, so Nicky now not far off getting back into slipstream range. But Kingy's starting to pull away from Vines now. Maybe Vines has made an error. That'll be what Kingy wants, because Kingy now can put his effort into chasing after Governor again, but without the pressure of pulling a car along behind him like he did the first attempt. So we're halfway through now though. So Vines really goes for it into Parabolica to get back in that slipstream, and he does. So Vines is very, very good through Parabolica by the looks of it. because that's a few times we've seen him right on the edge of slipstream range and get a really good run and get back into slipstream through there. So it's clearly a strong corner for him now then. Very similar times from King Gears and Governor, so the gap is staying at 2 seconds at the moment. It's not closing up. So Kingy will need to get back into those mid 47s if he wants to start closing that gap back to Governor. But Vines must have made a mistake through the first corner as Nicky's right about to get into slipstream now then and going purple at the moment. Ost just dropped off a little bit, not managing to quite stick with Nicky. But Wabbit is sticking with Ost still. Rockzilla now has got past Matt Jam though. So maybe a mistake from Matt Jam, because Matt Jam was closer to this fight than he is now. So about 5 seconds for Rockzilla to try and close up to get back in this fight. So the gap coming down a little bit to Governor for King Gears, but not by much, as King Gears is purple. So Governor's on a personal best, and King Gears is on for a new fastest lap of the race. And he gets I don't know if Governor made a mistake through Ascardi there, or Kingy just got a really good run. And then Cam Vines close up coming through Parabolica again, like he has done on a couple of occasions now. A little bit, but obviously not enough this time. But it does keep him away from Little Nicky for now. As Little Nicky does go, so Kingy goes purple and then Little Nicky nicks it off him, his teammate just behind. So Nicky is really flying at the moment. So Nicky might even be able to challenge for second place here, or even first if Kingy gets to Governor and they start to battle, which might be the case now, as maybe Governor's feeling the pressure, because Kingy's within a second of Governor now. So 7 minutes to go in this one, and the battle is well and truly on for first place, I think, here. As we see a change of position there between Austin and Wabbit, and Wabbit's fighting it back though. Wabbit does keep hold of that position. So this is going to allow Rock to start to try and close up now then. So Wabbit and Austin maybe dropped off the ability to be in this podium fight now with battling. But Nicky is well and truly in the podium fight now, as Vines ahead has got a penalty. So we're going to see the first double podium for the team of this event in the second race of the event. Because I'm presuming Nicky's going to get past Vines now when he serves this penalty. And Kingy is starting to close up to Governor. So if Nicky can close up to his teammate Kingy now, this will be very good for them, because they can then work together and push each other along to try and close that gap to Governor and maybe nick that first place. So we've got the Sheik Kings going for the first double podium, but Vines will look to have something to say to that, I imagine. After taking home second place in the first race, he'll be wanting another podium in this one. So I doubt he'll be giving it up too easily. And then further back, we've got Austin Rabbit really battling away now. These guys have given up on any chance of getting up to them podium positions. And these are well and truly in a battle for this 5th place now, to take that final top 5 position. So this could be a battle to keep our eye on throughout the rest of this race, as we've got 5 minutes left to go. And Rockzilla is definitely going to join in this battle as these two really fight away. Oh, but we see a mistake up ahead. Who's that? It's Little Nicky. Oh no, Little Nicky was doing so great. Oh no, but Vines has gone as well. So what's the contact between Little Nicky and Vines there, as Vines maybe lets him back by there? So not what we want to see. Very unfortunate from those two, as they were both doing really well in this race. So the team double podium is going to have to wait yet again, unless Ost can get up onto the podium now. So it's possibly Ost team Pinky and Pinky can possibly be the first team to grab a double podium in this series. But Wabbit will not make that easy for him. Wabbit will be wanting to keep hold of that third place for himself. So now we've got a battle for first place, and Governor and King Gears have got a massive gap now. So these two can well and truly battle for first place. No worry about losing time when you've got an 8-second gap behind you to two cars that are also battling away. As Ost does get the run on Wabbit here, so Osty's going to get by. Is he? No, it's going to be a drag race down to the first corner. They're literally side by side. Osty's going to have the inside line. No, Wabbit trying to force him narrow by the looks of it. But Osty's going to have the inside. Who's going to break the latest? Ost does, but Wabbit's going to keep it in there. Ost gives him space. Wabbit holds it round the outside. Very good driving from both drivers there. But Rockzilla will be licking his lips now to get involved in this. Possible podium for Rockzilla as these two battle away. He's just slowly closing up to them, and he's going to be involved in this soon. But Little Nicky possibly still well in this fight, and Vines and Matt Jam, because the way these two are battling, they're starting to lose a lot of time now, but there isn't a lot of time left in this race. So Kingy is well in slipstream of Governor now, so we've also got a battle for first place, as well as a good battle going on for third place. Yes, Ray, it was very good racing from those two there. But I'm expecting some more great racing now as the battles continue on, and as Rockzilla's well in there now. And Little Nicky will be looking to close up to him as well as they battle. So let's see what Rockzilla can do in this, but we'll keep our eye on the front too. So coming through a Scarding now then. Os gets a good run, but he has lost a bit of time to Wabbit, but he gets a good run, so he's going to gain that back now. But he's got Rock all over the back of him now. So what about Kingy and Governor? No, still keeping at that half a second gap. Kingy can't quite get close enough to actually look to go for a move. So 2 minutes left in this race, so 2 laps left for these guys at the front. And it's going to be very close as to whether these guys further behind get 1 lap or 2. I think the first couple of them are all going to get 2 laps by the looks of it. But it's going to be very close. As Rock has got past Ost, but Ost has got the inside. No, Ost has to concede that position. So Ost now, after a possible podium, has dropped back down to 5th place now. And a great recovery from Rockzilla up into 4th. And he's going to look to challenge Wabbit now to take home the first podium for his team. Kingy is all over the back of Governor now. Governor's made a mistake. Not quite close enough to go for a move into Lesmo 1. We saw earlier on Governor kept struggling out to Lesmo 2 a couple of times. So maybe that's where Kingy can get his run. Let's see. Yeah, bit of a slide. That's exactly what I said. Governor, bit of a slide out of Lesmo 2. He's struggling out of Lesmo 2 now then. And Kingy, no, Kingy's going to look to try and get that inside, but Governor's going to keep it planted. As they're both going purple here by the looks of it, even with battling. So these two are flying now. But Kingy runs wide. That might be a penalty, but he might get away with it. We've seen a few run wide there and get away with it. I know you did used to get a penalty for running wide there, but maybe you don't anymore. But you do lose time on the AstroTurf anyway, as Kingy shows. Oh, a bit of a slide there from Kingy, but he catches it. So now he's got all the hard work to do again to get right back up on the back of Governor. So there's going to be one final lap for these guys. But let's see if the guys behind get another lap or not. It's going to be very close. I don't think they're going to, are they? No, Rabbit does get another lap. Will Osters? Oh no, Rabbit doesn't. So what's happened to Rockzilla? As Vines comes home in 5th, Rockzilla's 6th, so I don't know what happened to Rockzilla there, so he can't blame me for that one. And Nicky in 7th. Ant in 8th again, so good consistency from Ant, and Matt Jam down in 9th. Bad Dog struggling again down in 10th, so Bad Dog will be disappointed with himself again there. And Goofy Titan in 11th, but finishing it off the race, which we like to see. Yes, Steve, there is some great driving in this one. It's a shame those guys in that battle for 3rd didn't quite get another lap in, because if they had done, it'd have been very... Oh, something's happened to Kingy. He's going to say, let's move on now to see this battle for 1st at the end, but something's happened to Kingy and he's not quite going to manage to be able to battle with Governor. So Governor's going to bring it home without a mistake for an easy win. But it'd have been great to see those... Kingy outbraked himself at turn 1. So he had 1 lap left to do it and the pressure got to him and he couldn't do it. But it's a shame we didn't see Wabbit, Os, Vines, Rockzilla, Little Nicky all get that extra lap, because that would have been one hell of a final lap battle between those guys. But we have still not had the same team have 2 people on the podium yet, so that's good to see that we've got multiple teams getting on the podiums. But Governor bringing home 2 wins and Kingy is bringing home a 2nd and a 3rd. So as I said, I think the battle will be between their 2 teams, and maybe those 2 will be the battle for the individual, but it'll be their teams that will be in the battle for the team championship. I reckon, looking at what we've seen so far, Little Nicky and Ost have been having some good battles, and Governor and Kingy had some good battles, and Ost and Nicky were right up there with those 2 at times in the race as well. But it'll be interesting to see in this one, because it is reverse grid this time. But it will be on the softer tyres. So Governor has pretty much led from the front. He got the lead in the first race at turn 1, and he held the lead in the second race at turn 1. So he's literally led from the front. So it'll be a different kettle of fish for Governor in this final race, coming through the back, from the back of the grid. But we were nice and clean through turn 1 that time round. So hopefully we will be nice and clean through turn 1 again this time round. And hopefully we'll be in for one more final good race, because we've seen some great mistakes, some great battles, some great defences, some great consistency. So we've seen a bit of everything in this one so far. So hopefully the final race will bring the same for us as well. Presuming Kingy's been putting it so you're forced into the softs to make it easier so no one forgets. But everybody has put the softs on by the looks of it. We're just waiting for one more to tick in. Governor it is that's not ticked in yet. And just as I say that, he does. So Kingy will just need to set the reverse grid, and then we'll be ready to go with the final race now as well. If it was reverse grid and I was racing, Steve, I'd be starting at the back. You know, I'd Governor, Kingy is nothing on me, mate. So Kingy on that final lap going straight on at turn 1. That's 2 big mistakes he's made, one in each race then. But he's come out with a podium in both. So he's got away with it in both. But let's see how well those guys from the back can get through. But Team Pinky Pinky have had 2 podiums. Team, Kingy's team, Sheep Kings, have had 2 podiums. Wabbit's team's had a podium, and Vine's team's had a podium. So a nice mix of teams getting on the podium now. So hopefully maybe in this race we can see Rockzilla or Bad Dog possibly getting a podium starting nearer the front. Hopefully they keep it clean this time and don't make mistakes. And possibly even Ant Smasher or Goofy Titan if they can hold everybody off behind. we're just getting ready to start now then. That was a long wait on the lights that time, but everybody gets away cleanly by the looks of it. Poor start possibly from Bad Dog there, as everybody seems to get the run on him. But he manages to break the late. Very good from Bad Dog there. Everybody breaks a bit too early. A couple of people forced off, but Rock keeps it together. That bunches everyone up and caught. Nicky unfortunately has a spin, and that holds Ost up as well. So not the cleanest turn one we've had, but I think that was just racing incidents. I didn't see anything wrong in that one from what I could see. It was just a little bit of everyone getting bunched up there. But luckily everybody kept going, so no harm done. A couple of people lost a couple of positions maybe, but that was all. Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. They should get in iRacing, give themselves a real test. As we see Bad Dog get the run on Goofy Titan now then. So is he going to go for the move into Ascari? It looks like he is, but he's going to be on the outside. Is Goofy Titan going to try and hold on? He is. He keeps the inside line. So Bad Dog has to back out there. Matt Jam takes advantage. Great driving from Matt Jam there, taking advantage of Bad Dog not being able to make the move. And now Rockzilla's going to mug his teammate off as well. But he has also got the run on Matt Jam here. So and there we go. Bad Dog helping his teammate out, giving his teammate the bump, seeing if he can help him past Matt Jam. Ooh, but nearly running wide there, Bad Dog. So is he going to get behind? No, he's gone to the inside. He's not going behind his teammate this time, which is strange. He's now going to be side by side with his teammate. Oh, there's a little bit of contact on the straight, but luckily everyone survives. But we're all still very close here. Great driving from Goofy Titan here. He's really defending well as Matt Jam gets a bit of a slide on. Rockzilla and Bad Dog, so yeah, Bad Dog backs out of that. He's going to push his teammate along by the looks of it to make sure that his teammate gets past Matt Jam. So can Bad Dog get by Matt Jam as well now then, or is Matt Jam going to go for it on Rockzilla? No, he's not. Rockzilla holds that position, as we're too wide by a few positions behind. So we're still really close together here, a lot of battling, but someone has dropped off at the back. Who's that? It's King Ears that's dropped off. So poor start for King Ears. And Oz still struggling to get through as well. And Governor, yeah, everybody's struggling to make it through here. So some great driving from Goofy Titan here, holding the lead at the moment. 3 minutes into this race. But he's got Rockzilla to deal with now. So let's see if Rockzilla can do what Matt Jam and Bad Dog couldn't do, and that's get past Goofy Titan. King Ear's got a slight tap off as everyone was battling for position. But Rockzilla is going to go for the move on Goofy Titan now then. So Rockzilla will be probably hoping... Oh no, but Matt Jam's going to be clever and follow through. So great. That's two very good optimistic moves from Matt Jam there. One earlier on Bad Dog, and one there on Goofy Titan, letting others do the work for him and capitalising on it. But will Bad Dog go for the move on Goofy Titan now then? No, Goofy Titan possibly looking for it back on Matt Jam. Yeah, but can't quite get along. But that's going to allow Rockzilla to pull away now then. So Rockzilla needs to make no mistakes like he has done in the last races. I'm not going to jinx him whatsoever because there's no such thing. So we're going to stay on board with Rock. No, we're not. We're going to go off. We're going to take the pressure off him, let him deal with the race on his own at the front. As Goofy Titan looking to get back by Matt Jam here. He goes a little bit deep there, so that's going to allow Bad Dog through. Oh, but there's contact behind because of slowing up. I don't know who that was. Vines, I think it was, that ended up dropping back, unfortunately. And Ant ended up right at the back, so I missed what happened to Ant there, as King Gears has got a penalty. Oz still struggling now. Looks like people have had incidents in front of Ost, and he's not been able to avoid them and been stuck at the back of this group. But Governor's working his way through now, so Governor up into 4th now, as Goofy Titan now is struggling to hold on. So some great driving in the first couple of laps from Goofy Titan, but he's starting to get pounced on by everybody here, and he's struggling now. So maybe Ant was the one that knocked King Gears by mistake, because Ray's saying Ant just dropped back out of nowhere, which maybe means once it was safe to, he dropped back to give the position back. Well, let's move back to the front now, where Rockzilla has got a 2.5 second lead, so he needs to keep it nice and clean at the front, and he might have be able to run away with this race. But Matt Jam will look to chase him down, and Governor is now past Bad Dog up into a podium position again. So Governor now is in prime position to try and go on and win this race, as we keep losing a bit of engine volume at turn 1 for some reason. Yeah, maybe Ray will we'll obviously see later on. I'm sure if it was, he will apologise at the end of the race anyway. So, but maybe he did just have an incident himself. But Governor now will be looking to chase down Matt Jam and Rockzilla, and Matt Jam's got a penalty. 1 second. That's not what you want when you've got the race winner of the previous 2 races breathing down your neck. So Bad Dog now is the bottleneck of the train by the looks of it. So he's got Little Nicky, Wabbit, Ost all right behind him. And then Vines has dropped off a little bit now then. And he's got King Gears right behind him. And unfortunately, Goofy Titan now has dropped back to 10th position. But we saw some fantastic driving from Goofy Titan early on in this race, because he had much faster drivers behind him, but he was holding them off, and holding them off cleanly as well, which is what we like to see. As Rockzilla now has got a big lead, with Matt Jam having served that penalty. But obviously Matt Jam's got Governor all over him now. So Rock now will want Matt Jam to hold Governor up as much as possible, as Governor sets a purple lap. So whereabouts, so Nicky now looking for a move on Bad Dog coming into turn 1, and it looks like he's going to get that done. Yeah, nice and easy gets that done, gets it stopped. So Nicky now will be looking to get up onto the back of Governor as well and follow Governor and take home a podium, after being very close to a podium in the other races, but making mistakes early on in the first race, and then a mistake a bit later on in the second race. So he'll be hoping to get a podium for his team, with Kingy being a bit far down the order still at the moment. But Vines has now got a penalty, so Kingy should be able to get past Vines, as the teammates Ant and Goofy Titan at the back there may be working together to try and close back up. Austin Wabbit now putting Bad Dog under a lot of pressure, so they're going to look for possibly trying to go for a move. As we're 8.5 minutes into this race, so we're coming up towards the halfway point now, not far off. So let's move back to the front, still 4.8 second lead for Rockzilla. So no pressure on Rockzilla at the moment, just needs to keep it clean and not make mistakes. As Matt Jam's pulled away from Governor, so Governor's maybe made a mistake. So Little Nicky now is all over the back of Governor. Sorry, my voice is starting to go again now with this cough. So hopefully we keep it to the end of the race. It's all the excitement we've had. This has brought up some very exciting racing. So hopefully we can have this for the rest of the series as well, because if we can, it'll be a very exciting series to watch, as Rockzilla now extends his lead to 5 seconds. But Kingy is putting in the fastest lap of the race, so Kingy is now in a bit clear air, looking to chase after these guys. Still plenty of time for Kingy to possibly get up into a podium position again, which is what he'll be wanting. Austin Wabbit still all over the back of Bad Dog, but not being able to find a move. But those guys now have closed back up to Nicky, as Nicky's maybe made a mistake dropping off the back of Governor. So these guys now close back up to Nicky. So it's still anybody's game for the podium at the moment. Yeah, hopefully Bad Dog can do well. He's putting in a good fight. Here's Wabbit gets by, but Wabbit has got a penalty. So Wabbit gets by, but Wabbit has picked up a penalty, maybe for cutting the chicane there. So Bad Dog might get that position back straight away anyway. So what can Os do now then? Maybe Os can get a good run and get 2 positions, maybe when Wabbit serves this penalty. But Bad Dog going for it before then. No, he does back out of it. But Os will be looking to get a good run now. So Os does get a good run. So Os definitely has a chance now of gaining 2 positions here. So he gets the position on Wabbit as Wabbit serves the penalty. But he's not quite going to get alongside Bad Dog. He had the run, but he wasn't quite close enough to get alongside. But can he get a good exit out Parabolica now? He does. So Osty's definitely going to have an opportunity for a move down into turn 1 here, I reckon. Let's see what Bad Dog does. Bad Dog defends the inside. So Ost takes it to the outside. But look at how good a run Ost had. Ost had such a good run out of Parabolica that he's got clean past Bad Dog there, which we've not seen many clean moves on the straight. They've had to be finished off into turn 1, but Os got clean past there. So Os now looking to chase after Nicky. So Os and Nicky had some good little battles in this series so far. So what about Governor now, who has pulled away from those? So he's chasing down Matt Jam, putting him under pressure again now. But coming up to 12 minutes through, so 8 minutes left to go in this race. So 5-second gap, so maybe enough for Rockzilla if he can just keep the laps consistent and not make any mistakes. Especially if Governor gets held up anymore by Matt Jam, then this is Rockzilla's race to lose. And I'm not saying that to jinx him, I'm saying that's because it's the truth. So no blaming me if you bottle it, Rockzilla, because I am cheering you on. I want you to win this race. And it would be great to see Matt Jam get on the podium as well, because he's driving great here. Keeping it clean in this race as well. And he's holding Governor off at the moment, which is no mean feat. We've seen the pace of Governor in the first 2 races. As little Nicky now has got Ost for company, but Ost is just out of slipstream range. So Ost will be looking to get back into the slipstream of Nicky as Bad Dog and Wabbit go side by side there. As Wabbit goes a bit wide. So Bad Dog does get through, but Wabbit might get a good run on the exit here. So you know Bad Dog does get through, but Wabbit has got the run on the exit and the slipstream. So Wabbit might be able to go for the move, and Bad Dog gives up the inside this time. So Wabbit does get the inside, so Wabbit is going to get back through. So fantastic battling from these two here, but Bad Dog's going to stick it round the outside, is he? No. He tried it, but he had to back out last minute, and Vines is going to get in on the action. Is Vines going to take advantage there? It looks like he might do. Yes, Vines is going to have the inside into the next chicane if he can hold the outside here. But it's just, no, he can't quite hold the outside, so Bad Dog got more defending to do though. Yeah, Bad Dog defend to the inside there. And he does hold it off, but this is going to allow Rabbit to run away. As Vines looks for the cut back and gets a good run out the chicane again. So Vines is putting Bad Dog under all sorts of pressure here now then. So let's move further up. Os still a second behind Nicky, not closing that gap, but 2 seconds behind him. And Governor has now got past Matt Jam, so the chase is on. Governor's chase to chase down Rockzilla is now on. So 4.5 seconds, he's got 6 minutes left to go. So 4.5 seconds to close down in 6 minutes. It's going to be a real task for Governor to do that, but let's see whether he can. Rock needs to keep it clean. Hopefully Matt Jam now can just concentrate on putting clean laps in and hold Nicky at bay. But also hopefully Nicky can put some good laps in and put Matt Jam under pressure for that final podium position at the end of the race. But Osty's going to look to put Nicky under pressure, but Nicky is pulling away from Ost at the moment. And then Wabbit, so we've got a little bit of a gap between these guys now, but Vines and Bad Dog still really battling away. And Vines does get through, does he? No, he's going to have to do it on braking. No, Bad Dog is later on the brakes, but goes too deep. So I thought Bad Dog had defended that off on the brakes, but he's gone too deep, and that's going to let King Ears by as well. So unfortunate there for Bad Dog. Some great battling, but similar to what happened to Goofy Titan. Once one person got him, everybody's sort of mugged him off one after the other. But some great battling there from Bad Dog, but that's allowed King Ears through. So King Ears is going to look to close up and get some more positions now then. As unfortunately Goofy has now dropped off at the back. But it was great that we got to see what Goofy can do under pressure with his defending. Some fantastic lapping early on against faster drivers, putting them under pressure. So 4.5 seconds, still the gap between Rockzilla and Governor. So this is what Rockzilla will want. That gap's not really coming down, but Governor did set the fastest lap of the race on the last lap. So that'll be why it looked like it was coming down fast earlier on. Maybe not managed to keep that pace up for this next lap. Yeah, it's a great livery, that, Steve. I wonder who made it. It's fantastic. Hopefully he wins the race, because he's had an unfortunate afternoon as Rockzilla, so it'll be great if he can end it on a high with a win. Yeah, as Governor was a lot more off the pace on that next lap, so I don't think Governor's going to catch Rockzilla without a mistake here, because Governor's not being the most consistent at the moment. So Matt Jam now, Nicky's getting closer, but there's coming up to 3 minutes left to go, so Matt Jam might be on with a battle come the final lap to hold on to this third position, and Nicky will want to recover from, he's had a bit of a poorer showing, similar to Rockzilla, than what he maybe thinks he can do, because he's shown a lot of pace at this track. So hopefully Nicky and Matt Jam can put on a show for us at the end. I think both of them will deserve a podium position. Ost sort of keeping it consistent again, maybe not been as fast as what he's shown in the past, but also, you know, kept it right up there in those top 5 positions, battling away every time, so picking up consistent points. So Wabbit now picked up a penalty, so that's going to... Oh no, but Christian's got a penalty as well, so that's going to allow King Ears to close up. So King Ears possibly on for the top 6 here still. Possibly the top 6 still on for King Ears. So what about Rockzilla now? Down to 4 seconds, so another half a second been taken out of Rockzilla by Governor, but it's not going to be enough. So Rockzilla and Governor are going to get another lap, but I don't think Matt Jam is. Matt Jam and Nicky, this is going to be their final lap, I reckon. So if Nicky's going to get the podium, he's got to do it now. But the top 2, I do think, will get another lap. So let's see what Nicky can do. We'll stay on board with these 2 for this lap. And we'll oh no, Nicky's gone. We've put the pressure on him and he's gone. So that's 3rd place, should be down to Matt Jam now. Ost must have made a mistake though, because I think he was closer to Nicky than that. Wabbit dropped off. Kingy is right all over the back of Vines now. So I think this might be the last position Kingy can get. That top 6 not quite on, as they're not going to get another lap, these guys. This is going to be the final lap. But no, he can't quite make it stick there, but he'll definitely be putting the pressure on. But we know that Vines has been very good out of Parabolica, which will help him on the run to the line. Right, let's see where Rockzilla and Governor are. The time is coming down, but not by enough, so Rockzilla just needs to keep it clean. The tyre wear is definitely better on the Hyundai than it is on the Genesis by the looks of it. Or maybe not, maybe that's just Governor. Maybe Governor's just... I believe Governor is on controller, if I'm not mistaken. So his tyre wear will be a bit higher. Oh, apologies. My dog heard something next door there. So, Nicky and Matt Jam know their battle's gone. So this is going to be the final These are going to get another lap. Yeah, Rockzilla another lap. Governor's going to get another lap. So Rockzilla's still going to be under pressure for one more lap not to make a mistake. Oh, and Matt Jam does get another lap. Matt Jam gets another lap as well, but Nicky doesn't. Nicky 4th, Os 5th, Wabbit 6th. Very close together. These Kingy does get 7th. Unfortunately, we missed that with Vines in 8th. Bad Dog 9th. Ant's going to bring it home in 10th. And then Goofy Titan's going to bring it home in 11th. But let's stick with these front three now then. Because if any of these guys make mistakes, then positions could change. But it's great to see 3 different teams yet again on the podium. So far in this series, from the first 3 races, we've not had 2 members of the same team finish on the podium in a race. So that's what we want to see, a lot of variety. We've had 2 different race winners. We've had 3 different second places, and we've had 3 different third places as well. So fantastic variety. Well, that's as long as things stay the same. Yeah, no worries, Nicky. Great racing, mate. Unfortunate you didn't quite get that final lap to challenge Matt Jam for one final lap. Gap is coming down, but Rock's keeping it clean. He's only got one more corner left to go, and he deserves a win. Things haven't gone well for him tonight, or as well as he would have hoped, I think. So he deserves a win in this one, and he can't say I've jinxed him, because I've put a lot of pressure on him in this one that he won't have heard, and he's not made a mistake in this one, so you can't blame me for his earlier mistakes. So there we go. Well done, Rockzilla, taking home the win in the 3rd race there. Governor taking home a 2nd after winning the first 2. So Rockzilla stopping the clean sweep for Governor there. And Matt Jam, fantastic to take home a P3 there. So some fantastic racing. Hopefully the rest of the season goes the same as that, because that was some fantastic racing all around. Big shout out to Goofy Titan in that final race for the first couple of laps. Everybody behind was definitely quicker than him, but he really gave him a battle and didn't make it easy to get by. So Vines in the first race did fantastic, just kept it clean to get that podium. Matt Jam fantastic in that final race. Rockzilla good in the final race. So I wouldn't know who to give driver of the day to today. Oster's been fairly consistent, but maybe not up to it. So I think overall, I'm going to have to give it to Governor. 2 wins and a 2nd place on the reverse grid. So I think everybody else has been that close together and done that well. You can't separate them. So I think driver of the day, even though we know he's capable of that, he's going to have to go to Governor. So well done to everybody in this one. But that's going to be it for the stream. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Tune in next week when we'll have the next race at Bathurst. So it'll be another exciting one. So well done to everyone. We'll see you next time.